Hi there, Virgo. Welcome to your February 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. As always, just a quick reminder, do check out the video for your rising sign as well. If you know it, that can give you sometimes some more specific information than this very general sun sign reading, or it can clarify some things if Virgo is your sun. Is your sun sign, your rising sign can clarify some things in this reading. Also wanted to mention, as I did in my previous video, the one for the yearly overview, that I will be offering a rune class online. That's going to start February 23rd, if all goes well, knock on wood, and it will run through April 3rd. So it's $185. It's going to be a 6-week course, and payment will be due by February 19th. So if that's something you're interested in, go ahead and drop me a line. By the time I get these videos edited and uploaded and everything, this first class may actually be full. I've already had a lot of emails from people that they're interested, so they'll be getting the info first. And I'm going to limit this to 26 spots just because I feel that's a good number of people that I can manage, and on top of everything else that I have going on. So, but I mean, if this goes well, this will not be the only class I'm offering. I will offer those throughout the year. So if you contact me and you're interested and don't get into this one, I can go ahead and put you on the wait list for the next one. So, as always, I'm available for consultations on Skype if you'd like to have a private reading with me. That's really the only way to get a specific look or specific guidance regarding any issues you may be dealing with. If you want to set up an appointment, just drop me a line at the email address in this video or below this video. I do my consultations on Skype. It's $65 for a 30-minute session. So be sure to get in touch with me if you want to set that up. I usually get back to you within a week. And that's kind of long term. That's like the longest. Just depends on how many people are ahead of you. But let's jump into February, Virgo, and see what you guys are going to be dealing with. And I have pre-shuffled the tarot cards in the interest of saving time. They have a lot to say to you here. See if I can put these puzzle pieces together. Okay, Virgo. Your focus in February may be on not giving up your power in some way, because we have the Strength card in reverse. You maybe feel like you're expending a lot of energy on something and it's just not, coming to fruition. We have Mercury retrograde until February 11th. That could be all this is. That could be the only reason that things are stagnated. You'll know after the 11th when Mercury goes direct if that's the case, because things should start moving forward again. And for most of you, I see that they will. February actually looks to be a pretty good month here. Got a lot of positive energy going on, especially once we're past that first week and a half or so. So yeah, just make sure you're not, giving away power or expending energy on things or people or situations that, are like a lose situation right now, or that no matter what you do, you can't move forward. Doesn't mean they won't. And actually for most of you, I think that whatever this new beginning is, or if this is a project or a relationship, a job opportunity, a business, whatever this is that you're starting, because it'll be different for all of you. Again, it's a general reading. Whatever this is, I do think you're going to move forward with it. There just may be some delays, maybe information that you need from someone else, and you kind of have to wait on it until they are able to give it to you, and maybe they're just not available, or you guys can't kind of mesh schedules. But yeah, I do think that by the end of the month, most of you are going to be moving on with a money-making venture, because I've got money coming in. There will be an offer made to you, or a partnership, a business partnership for some of you, that will be very lucrative for you. And a business partnership can also be, a job being offered to you, because you're then partnering up with the company. For many of you, this is an old thing. This is something from the past. This is like a coming back around again. And this may come back during the time of Mercury retrograde, Mercury can bring people and situations back from the past. And if that's the case, it's okay to sign on the dotted line. And normally we're warned not to sign any contracts. The only exception during a Mercury retrograde on that would be if it's old business. It's something that, is from the past. Some of you may be reuniting with an old lover, with an ex. This may be somebody that you just feel like you should give them another chance. Like gradually over time, this could improve. And that's what I'm seeing here. So, I mean, if you are feeling strongly pulled, maybe you have 3 children. Maybe that's why the 3 of Cups is coming up here. But this for me is the reunion card. Whenever I see this, it's definitely a card of coming together, celebration. It can mean 3 siblings, 3 children. 3 can play a part in this. Maybe you have 1 child, 2 parents and a child, and you're trying to bring that back together, get the family unit back together. But this card normally symbolizes to me somebody coming back from the past or reconnecting with someone from the past. For some of you, this will be in a business sense. Maybe it's a job offer that you got previous to Mercury retrograde. And if it comes back around during the first 2 weeks, it's okay for you to accept it because it's old business. Mercury smiles on old business. So I think this is going to be very lucrative for you. And for some of you, it's just this project, this thing that maybe you were running into some delays with, at the beginning, finally taking off in the 3rd week. That may be how the 3 plays in for you. The 3rd week of February, full steam ahead. Now, those of you who are single, you may meet somebody at work, and especially if you're starting a new job. So for some of you, it could be that maybe February is your first month at a new job, and you meet somebody who's pretty interesting. And this may feel like somebody you knew before. That may be how this reunion card plays into that, because this will also come up to indicate to me a past life connection. So somebody that you had a past life with, and you are, you feel like you know each other, even though you've never really met. There could be that sense, that telltale familiarity that you feel with somebody. Some people don't believe me when I tell them about this. Maybe they've never felt it, I find that hard to believe. Because I do believe that everybody who's intimately close to us or that we're intimately involved with in our lives, we have a past life connection with. But some people maybe not. Maybe they got all new people to sign on for their lifetime. Because sometimes I get people like, I've never felt that. And I'm like, well, I have. A lot, actually. That's how I kind of know, okay, there's something here. There's something we got to work out. I'm supposed to meet you. You may meet somebody like this in February, Virgo, that you feel this way about. If it's not an ex, that you've been with in this lifetime, could be somebody from the past, from a past life. And for a lot of you, this will be a gradual thing. So say you're starting this new job, this is how this is working out for you, and you're paired up with this person or you're working on a project with this person. Maybe at first it's just like, oh, this person's kind of interesting. But as you work together, you're really going to get to know this person pretty well and be like, wow, you're pretty awesome. And I think they're going to feel that way about you too. So happy Valentine's Day. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool thing to get. I think you're going to be running around a lot during the month of February, Virgo. Those of you who are coupled up, you may be taking a trip for Valentine's Day. Maybe you are going out of town, have a nice little romantic getaway, a nice little romantic weekend. And some of you may be putting it off until March. You may be like, well, we're going to celebrate Valentine's Day, but we're going to do it in March because maybe your schedules just won't allow, and that's fine. Or maybe you don't have the finances right now. So you're like, well, we'll just have a picnic on the floor on Valentine's Day this year, or we'll just have peanut butter and jelly and candles. But we're going to do the real thing in March. So yeah, if you can't do it and you're coupled up, Virgo, if you can't do it, you don't have the funds or the time or whatever, make sure that you stick to it and do that in March, because I feel like if you do, you'll have a really awesome time. Some of you Virgos may be getting married in February. You may be getting married on or around Valentine's Day, and if you are, congratulations. And And I feel like if you do, wow, this is going to be one heck of a party. It may not be huge. Some of you may be having a huge wedding, but I feel like for most of you, you will keep it rather small. It'll be your nearest and dearest, and you'll just be very, very satisfied with the way things come together. Everything will fall into line. Just, you know, because I know if, you know, if a Virgo's planning a wedding, everything is going to be in its right place. That attention to detail is going to be, you know, enormous. And all those little things that you wanted to be exactly perfect will be. I think it will go off without a hitch, and you'll have a fantastic honeymoon. Help that's going to be available to you. You really are being protected, and I feel like a lot of you are going to be feeling the spirit of a mother or a maternal figure around you in February. You may even have dreams or get a message from this person. Does not have to be maternal, but she is presenting as a Queen of Cups for most of you. And this may be somebody who was a water sign in life. So Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, or somebody with those kind of traits. Very nurturing, kind, calm, soothing personality, probably very creative, very good mother. She's very soft and feminine. And yeah, if you knew someone like that in life, and you know somebody who's crossed over, they're going to be watching over you in February and protecting you, leading you to make the right decisions, and kind of nudging you in the right direction. And you may have dreams or visions about this person. So if you meditate, she may come through in that form, but also most definitely in the dream state. And she may be showing you visions of the other side, some of you, because I am getting that for some of you. So you may see something, you're like, God, that was beautiful, but I've never been to that place, or I've never, you know. You're going to know it's not from your own experience because it doesn't fit anything that you've ever seen or any place that you've ever been. And these are visions from this woman. For some of you, this is your spirit guide. For some of you, this is your spirit guide. So that's pretty cool. And I'm getting the name Nancy for some of you. This may just be for one of you. And if it's you, please do post up and confirm that you have a Nancy who is a water sign on the other side, because that name is coming through very strongly here. So yeah, she would have been a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. She's with you. And she's going to be with you. I almost feel like she will be checking in on you on a regular basis. So, but particularly in February, you may be feeling her around. You may have some spiritual type things happening. Now, if this is not someone who has crossed over, this could just be a good friend. It could be your mother. It could be somebody who is just there for you and really kind of, you know, behind you for these new goals that you are pursuing. Some of you, this may be a person that you meet again because you're in a new environment. This may be a new influence coming into your life. If you're starting a new job, it may be a coworker that you really just get on with. For you male Virgos, she may be this person that you end up, you know, having more of a romantic involvement with. You know, you may be working together on that project, and you may just feel like, gosh, you know, you seem so familiar to me, even though I know that we've never met before. She's a very feminine woman. So I feel like you Virgo guys will be very drawn to her. And she may be your opposite. She may be a Pisces, and opposites attract. So you just may find her very intriguing. She's very gentle and very protective of those she loves, and I think that those are traits that you will appreciate very much with her. But what can't be changed in February has to do with, we got the Knight of Swords coming up here. So there may be somebody who is kind of speaking his truth, but his truth may not exactly resonate with a group of people. And I feel like this is going on around you more than, you know, you being totally involved in this Virgo. But it may be why something is delayed, or it may be going back to this. Maybe this is where you're expending your energy trying to kind of talk some people into something, get them to see your viewpoint. Maybe you and this Knight of Swords, who's usually an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or somebody with those traits. He's presenting as a knight. Again, he does not have to be male. This could be a female air sign. But a knight is normally somebody who is in his teens or early 20s. This may be your child for some of you. This may be your son or daughter. If you have a son or daughter air sign, and he may be speaking his truth, and I feel like maybe you are just, maybe this is something you didn't know about and it takes you aback. Some of you may have a child who's been bullied. He's being opposed by a group of people, and you know, he may be taking action about this. Maybe he takes an action with this and it causes more problems. So maybe he fights back, and you know, then he's the one that gets in trouble. And I hate it when that happens, but it does. Happened to me in school. Happens to a lot of people. You know, you're bullied and you finally make a stand and you fight back, and then you get in trouble. Meanwhile, you've been harassed by these people for ages and they never got anything. If you're watching this and you are the one being bullied, you know, please know that it gets better. It's not going to stay that way. You will get through this. You will get past this, and then you won't even remember, you know, most of it. Some things you never forget, but you won't even remember most of it. Karma is always, that wheel of karma is always turning. So when people bully you, whether you're young or old, because it really, you know, people will try to do it your whole life. You know, just not in such obvious ways sometimes as it is in school, but you know, that wheel of karma keeps turning, and those kind of people will get theirs. But that's what I see, is like somebody's being subjected to just unfair treatment by a group of people, and they may, for whatever reason, this person feels powerless. Now, Virgo, some of you, this may be you are feeling this way. But I feel like you're going to speak out. You are going to, and some of this may be going on the internet. This could be some internet drama, again, sucking this energy, taking your power when you really need to be focusing on all this cool stuff you got going on. So yeah, I think the message here is, don't let this distract you too much, and certainly don't let it drain your energy and cause you to be so exhausted that you can't focus on all the other cool stuff going on. If this is your kid who's you know, dealing and going through a difficult time, I think you'll definitely, you know, be right in there and you know, talking to whoever you need to talk to and trying to get this resolved. But there may be some people in this that you just can't deal with, and they're just never going to see it your way. So yeah, don't waste too much energy on that. At the end of the month, I do see you being happy about something you've done as far as conserving finances. So maybe you saved for something, or maybe you did something on a budget. Maybe it's a wedding. You're like, wow, we did that on a budget, but it really came off without a hitch, and it was really, you're really gonna feel like you accomplished something here. For some of you, maybe it's an investment or a project or a business idea that you had to invest a little money in. Maybe there was a little bit of overhead, but you were able to find things very cheap or save a lot of money on the actual startup of whatever this is. Some of you will just be budgeting. You will be looking at your budget, looking for how to cut some costs, and you'll be successful in doing that. I think you may find something that you're like, wow, we don't really need to be using this right now. We can cut this off until we have things balanced out a little bit better. You're gonna find a way, Virgo, and I wouldn't, you know, if anybody can do it, you can. You're gonna find a way to save some money if you need to. Maybe until this new job, you start this new job and, you know, you get caught up on things. You're gonna find a way to balance this out. And that's what they're saying here also. If you've been having some financial issues, definitely conserve as much as possible. You know, you see where you can cut back, because, you know, we all in this day and age have a lot of things that we think we need that we really don't. We could do without them and save some money if we had to. But I think a lot of you, your finances are on the road to recovery. So if you've been concerned about that, you are definitely taking the right steps, especially in February, to save more, or at least conserve more until you can get more coming in than you have going out. And I think you just keep a positive attitude about it. That can be hard with money sometimes when the bills are rolling in and they're stealing your power by, you know, keeping you up at night and keeping you worrying about, oh my God, how are we gonna pay this bill? Try not to do that. Try to stay positive, because I do see you getting a handle on this, Virgo. This is a temporary thing if you've been having some financial issues. Just continue to watch the spending and cut it wherever you can. Do without whatever you can, and that's going to enable you to balance things out until you have more money coming in, because that's where you're heading this year anyway. So that is what I see for February, Virgo. Good luck with everything, and I'll see you back here in March.